OMG BBG! Yo, the Valkyrie Bey is officially in Beyblade X, and is it going to be pay to win?
This is crazy, guys, because Valkyrie from Beyblade Burst is getting another tribute in Beyblade X. This is a gold version of Valkyrie in Beyblade X form, but I guess it's not really Valkyrie, it's the motif. But anyhow, we're still getting Valkyrie, guys.
Yes, so the brand new Bey is called Valkyrie Bolt. It's going to come with the Slash Assist Blade, a 470 ratchet, and the Vortex bit. Now, the most important part, obviously, is going to be that blade. It looks like the old school Valkyrie from pre-dual layer, the single layer days. It has somewhat of like a triangular shape. It looks pretty aggressive, and it's advertised to hit pretty hard, I think. But the most important thing, the most important piece in this entire setup is that lock chip, guys. We're getting metal. We talked about this like months ago when we first talked about CX and the introduction of lock chips. We saw this one coming a mile away.
And I guess that's the reason why we feel like this might be another one of those parts that makes people think it's pay to win. It's going to be locked behind this Rare Bey Get Battle, and you guys know how hard it is to get these bays, like from Cobalt Drake, from Aero Pegasus. These bays are like over 200 bucks, at least when they first come out.
Yeah, because people like us spend all of our points and we can't win it. It's impossible for the most part. The chances are so slim, and it's actually really difficult because it's locked behind the whole Japanese market in the first place, right? People over here in the West don't get access to this feature, and so you would need mail forwarding and all that in the first place. Now, the big question is, how big of a difference is this metal lock chip going to make? Is it going to be like, you know, a 5-gram difference? Because that would be insane, right? Like that would jump your Beyblade's weight to the next level. And is the metal lock chip enough to make CX Beys worth using? Because CX Beys are still kind of trash, right?
Yeah, but honestly, even if it's just 1 gram difference, like it's that little bit that everyone is trying to get in a competitive edge, right? So it's a must-get part if you're into competitive play, or if you want to just get that extra little bit of weight. So yeah, I guess as long as you are using CX Beys, then you kind of want this release.
Yeah, so down the road, CX Beys might be more viable, and then that's where this metal lock chip will really come into play, right? As of right now, since we only have a handful of releases, I don't think the metal lock chip is going to make or break, but I could be, you know, stand corrected later on, right? If it is super duper heavy, then sure, right? It might make you pick a CX Bey over a BX or a UX Bey, but we shall see. But we called it, guys. Or
maybe in the future there's like a CX only tournament, then like I guess everyone needs this part. And we don't know when Takara Tomy is gonna be releasing a metal lock chip like this, maybe in a general release. But if they lock this metal chip behind the Rare Bey Get Battle, then we're in some trouble.
Yo, especially for Hasbro collectors too. Think about it, guys. We just got CX Beys on our shelves here in the West, right? If you go to your Walmarts, you might be able to find those first few CX Beys, which is great. But yeah, over here, you're not going to get that metal lock chip. We still don't have Cobalt Drake. We still don't have Aero Pegasus, and it's been years now, right?
Truth.
So yeah, so just another pain point for the Hasbro collectors. Sucks.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of this move. Rare Bey Get Battle, it's like a love and hate relationship with it. Parts wise though, Slash 470 Vortex. So these parts are pretty normal. We've seen them before in a different colorway this time. But yeah, it's gonna be an insane release with this Rare Bey Get Battle.
Yeah, it looks so good, honestly, guys. I think they did the whole Valkyrie motif justice here. It looks really, really good. That blade looks insane. Now, that's not the only thing that we got news for. Valkyrie coming back is obviously major, major news, but we also have brand new products coming out in August. And the first thing that we're going to talk about here is UX15, which is the Shark Scale deck set. That's right, we have a successor for the Shark Bey.
Yeah, so after spending all of our Rare Bey Get Battle points, we're gonna spend some real money on our Shark Scale deck set. And so this is actually pretty cool because I remember the original Shark Edge, you guys know, was signature super low setup, and this is no exception. It's gonna be the lowest like Bey released in this combos because 450 is brand new in Ratchet, 50 height, insane, and then with an under flat. So 2 millimeters lower than a regular flat.
Finally, I've been praying for a part like this. Ever since Golden Rock came out with under needle, I wanted like an attack type bit variant to get that under treatment, and finally we are getting that. So anyways, the gimmick for this Bey is apparently deep break. The specialty for Shark Scale is apparently it's able to get past the defenses of your opponent and go in for that burst and go in for like a critical hit essentially. And so that is the whole point of having a super low setup, because you can kind of just squeak in there, snipe that ratchet, and score yourself some points.
Dang, I'm scared for the CX Beys out there, the tall ones.
Actually though, for real though, bro. The shape of Shark Scale though actually looks very similar to Shark Edge. It has two very big blades, but this one here combines some smaller blades so that you have some barrage attack potential. And it also has like some heavy attack potential there too, like with upper attacks.
Yeah, I kind of like the design of that metal piece, just like kind of embedded in that plastic launcher hook. I don't know. I think this is the first time I've seen it look like that on the Bey.
Yeah, at like the very end of the metal blade, there's like a little bit of plastic sticking out there. It looks really cool. Well, what I'm hoping though is that there's actually a big enough difference with the design of Shark Scale for me to like choose it over Shark Edge. We'll have to see, because Shark Edge is pretty damn good still. It weighs a decent amount. It's obviously nowhere near the heaviest anymore, but it's still a very effective blade to use. So
yeah, or is Takara Tomy gonna learn that CX Beys are needing a buff and UX Beys may need a nerf and decide to do something else with the weight, for example?
yeah, exactly. Like what if this Shark Scale weighs like 31 grams or something? It will be like obsolete as soon as you get it. Hopefully that's
then I'll
not
just
the case.
use the ratchet and bit on, I want to use it on Hover Wyvern.
For real. Yeah, so like for the 450 ratchet, like Steven was saying, like 50 height, right? So 5mm height, it's now the lowest in the game, but they did give it the 4-sided ratchet just to kind of balance it out, right? We all know that the 4-sided ratchets, all of the blades on there do tend to stick out a little bit more, so you still do have a little bit of performance balancing there. You might get bursted, and if you run like the full super low setup, I feel like you might even burst against the extreme line sometimes. If you're angled wrong and you make contact with the extreme line, you might even burst yourself.
Something to think about. All right, so that's Shark Scale. It's included in this 3 deck set. So you're also getting a Tyranno Roar and a Hell's Brave. New parts that it comes with in this set, because we have seen Tyranno Roar before from our Hasbro exclusive. Takara Tomy is releasing more Hasbro exclusives in Japan, so that's cool. 170 Ratchet is a brand new part here. A little bit taller than the very popular 160. I feel like every combo these days are like 160s. So maybe this will change up the game a little bit, make it a little bit taller, but I don't know if people prefer that. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some room there. Like it's nice to get a little bit of variety. Obviously not a huge fan of like 180 or something, but you know, 170 is welcomed.
Also looking forward to the level bit. It's a black level, so very good part to get from
nice.
the Tyranno Roar. Hell's Brave, it's kind of mid because we've gotten all of these parts before, but it's a CX Bey, so if you are like new to Beyblade X and don't have a CX Bey, then if you get the set, you'll get at least one CX Bey.
Yeah, you kind of get parts from like all over the place, right? Hell's Lock Chip, Brave Main Blade, right? And then you get Jaggy. Comes with a 360 ratchet, which is a classic and still very usable, right? Even though it's like the oldest part. And good old gear flat as well.
Or bad old gear flat.
Yeah, not a favorite, right? Not a favorite. But still, it just reminds me of Phoenix Wing, and Phoenix Wing is goated for sure.
Okay, so the last thing we're gonna talk about for release, so much news. BX45 Booster, it's a balance type. Samurai Calibur.
Ooh. So we are getting the successor to Samurai Saber, but now in a BX form. And I don't know, do you guys think that this will be a bit of a downgrade from Samurai Saber? We'll have to see. So for the main gimmick of the blade for Samurai Calibur, it apparently has kind of like two different attributes. One is that it's capable of unleashing barrage attacks and taking advantage of that bit when it's a little more stationary. And then once your Bey tilts a little bit, you'll be able to perform a more heavy attack. So a heavier, more impactful smash attack.
Yeah, so pretty standard balance type base stuff, I guess. I'm just more surprised that Tenka in the anime might be getting a BX Bey. I guess it's not a downgrade, but changing it up.
Yeah, I know, like, Tenka's so iconic, you know, like with her mode-changing blade and everything, and now we're going to a simpler design. But we'll have to see, like, is this going to be better? The shape is interesting. It also kind of reminds me of the Shark Edge shape. You know what I'm saying? There's like two big blades, but obviously it has less focus on upper attacks. It's more about the barrage and the smash. So we'll have to see, right? It's all about that weight, right? Like if it weighs a decent amount, it could definitely be viable. Comes with a 670 ratchet, so 6-sided is something that we saw that was released with CX, now with a 70 height as well. And then we have the brand new bit, which is probably the most special part of this combo.
Yeah, this is the merge bit, so very exciting stuff. We are getting a rubber coated, if you guys are familiar with the Metal Fight era, then CS, that bit, if you guys remember. Or from Beyblade Burst, Unite.
Yeah, so it looks like there is a plastic flat in the middle there, and then it's surrounded by a rubber piece. And that rubber piece is not circular though. When I take a closer look, it actually reminds me of the shape of the back of the ratchet, that locking mechanism, that part right there. Doesn't it have a very similar shape to that?
Yeah, it's like two nubs around a circle.
Yeah, so very interesting. This is supposed to go hand in hand with the blade. You know, once your entire Beyblade tips over a little bit, the rubber is going to grip into the stadium, allow you to accelerate a little bit more, and then it'll take advantage of the smash attack properties of the blade and hopefully land a heavy attack.
But I don't know, rubber so far in Beyblade X doesn't seem like it's doing so hot like Rubber SL. But anyway, so like I really like rubber bits. Like it's fun in the stadium. Like you can actually see and you can actually control it. When you can control it, it's so fun to see it go.
And this merge bit, one thing too is that it looks like it has 16 teeth for the gear. So I know that's like not a favorite for a lot of people, but when you extreme dash with this guy, it's going to be super fast, but expect to lose quite a bit of stamina when you do.
Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for the news. August, we're getting a lot of stuff. And starting this month, we're going to try our best to get that Rare Bey Get Battle Valkyrie.
Oh, that's going to be so fun to try again. And it's also going to be so sad when we are taking that L. Just no hope.
Alrighty, guys. So yeah, we'll end it here. We haven't reacted to you guys' comments in a while, so leave us a comment. We're going to check it out. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
And as always,
Geeks out.